for today. If you have any questions, please ask in the chat. I say it again. And I give the word to Brahim el Messaoudi.
Thank you very much. Let me put on the presentation for a second. Even kijken. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Brahim el Messaoudi, speaking from the Netherlands. My daily focus is our construction company focused on timber framing, renovation, and prefab building methods with natural materials, and also our trading company for ecological building materials called Dubbelmat, in which we advise, design, and deliver ecologic materials to fellow building professionals. First of all, I would like to thank you for your participation in the event. We all realize there is a need for change. Climate change is a global phenomenon that affects us all. And yeah, we have a major task ahead of us to realize the energy transition. There is a need to change our traditional building methods to nature inclusive and climate adaptive building methods, such as building with natural materials. A problem that affects us all, however, also offers us the opportunity to unite us in solving it. We need to share knowledge, as Sissy just said, build partnerships, and simply have the courage to actually apply these materials and building methods in practice. I am honored to take you on our small journey from traditional to sustainable building methods. A brief introduction about our company. We are a family-owned business from Roosendaal, the Netherlands, and are active since 1997 in the construction of houses, buildings, production facilities, or warehouses. Raymond van Iersel in the middle is the founder of the company and uses his vast experience in nearly every type of construction to coordinate the building projects primarily. His son Jorn was basically born on the construction site. From a young age, he would accompany his father, initially mainly by gaining experience working on the construction site. But Jorn also has a great talent for detailing, designing, and preparing building projects, and is also our installation expert in charge of the installation projects. You can see me on the left. My job is to ensure everything is managed well in the organization. I bring with me a background as a manager in the public health sector of our government. I'm also Raymond's son-in-law, so when I say a family-owned business, I mean it quite literally. We strive to make an impact and bring about change in the traditional construction industry. I believe, however, that sustainable building involves more than just the use of sustainable materials. It should also take into account the client, their wishes, the situation of the construction, the architects, designers, and subcontractors. Therefore, we have formulated the following points in our mission for our construction company. We strive to carry the projects professionally. We try to invest in knowledge and collaboration. And for our trading company, we focus more on health benefits, such as building a healthy home or building with the properties of nature instead of against them. What we have found essential was to invest in practical knowledge and also sustainable collaborations with experts in their specific fields. I would like to briefly take you through our journey to sustainability. Basically an endless journey in which progressive insights, scientific, economic, but also geopolitical developments, they oblige you to continually assess and improve your process and methods. Our road in our company started when Jorn in his educational years decided to research which possibilities, opportunities, and risks lie ahead in the future of construction industry and how we can ensure the future of our business. The major future potential challenges he encountered were shortages in staff and the need to make the built environment more sustainable. In the Netherlands, at least, there is a very big shortage of construction site workers at the moment. Most companies try to fill in these shortages with migrant workers. However, when we see statistics from Dutch educational institutes, we see the problem will only be much greater in the future. I think yesterday there was a new research that came out, and from all developed countries in the world, the Netherlands even ranks at the bottom when it comes to the influx of new workers. So yeah, the problem will only be greater in the future. And we also in the Netherlands have a big problem with the sustainability of the built environment. We have a major task ahead of us, ensuring offices, homes, and other buildings meet the minimum sustainability requirement posed by the government. In these problems, however, he also saw an opportunity to solve them both at once, namely by industrializing the construction process using prefabricated timber frame construction methods and also industrial insulating of these elements. So you can have the least possible impact on the environment by using bio-based, but also natureplus certified cellulose blow-in insulation in our case. Of course, we were immediately faced with big challenges in terms of sustainable construction methods, challenges for which we had to gain both theoretical and practical knowledge. A big eye-opener for us, to be honest, was when we realized how big sustainable construction actually is in the countries around us, such as Germany, Austria, or Belgium. Um, our road started with a masterclass we took, building biology. It is given by Eberhard Dijkhuis. He's a true pioneer in the Netherlands when it comes to ecologic and sustainable building. And basically, he gets all kinds of experts together from different fields to share their knowledge in sustainability, but also biologic and healthy building. What we also found essential in our journey was to involve our staff in getting familiar and certified with the building methods and having the right partners that can give the scientific and technical support we need to ensure the quality of what we build or insulate. Especially in the Netherlands, scientific and technical support is seen as very valid here. So as you can see, we have always been a traditional construction company. Our projects would vary from buildings, apartment complexes, warehouses, or production facilities. Always constructing with stone, steel, concrete. Here you see a few examples. And our current preferred method is to combine prefabricated timber frame elements, and we combine them with bio-based insulation. It's a great way to not only reduce building time on the construction site itself, but also to deliver a higher quality construction because of its industrialized process. In this slide, you can see how we did it in our first projects. In the top left, we prefabricated just the wooden frame. And you also see a picture of our production facility. And here you see how we improved our building method by having standardized our design and elements. This is a project we made for the university in Delft, entirely prefab. And I would like to briefly also show you the different elements we use. Here we have the ISO panel element, economically designed for a fast building and insulating process, especially combined with blow-in insulation purposes. The panel can be delivered with or without insulation, so the end user can decide which type of blow-in insulation will be used. It's also designed for insulating with a large insulation needle, which gives it the advantage again of a fast insulating process. When we look at the vapor control, we have a vapor variable membrane on the inside, so the construction can dry out on both sides. And for the insulation, we usually use the natureplus certified cellulose from Isocell, a partner of us. And when there is a limited budget, especially, the ISO panel offers a solution, also especially for private customers, to improve the sustainability of their home with natureplus certified insulation. This is the eco panel, our preferred method. It's an element focused on more on using environmental friendly building materials. No technical membranes are used in this element. On the inside, we have the OSB panel, which functions as a vapor barrier. And we also have the Gutex panels as the diffusion permeable layer. The multi-top from Gutex functions as the water-resistant barrier. And the Gutex multi-time layer also functions as a surface cavity, because we do not want electrical or other installations to penetrate the vapor barrier. You could make some changes. We do it sometimes, like instead of the Thermacell inner plasterboard, you could also directly use clay plaster on top of the multi-term. And then when you use it like that, the system will enhance the moisture regulating capacity. But clay also has the natural ability to enhance indoor air quality. For the OSB panel, you could swap it for a more formaldehyde-free option. And for the future, we are researching delivering a building system that can be used and applied for passive house standards. We believe a double stud well can really offer a solution. So this is a design we came up with and are still researching further with our technical partners. We think the double stud well eliminates most of the thermal bridges by disconnecting the inner and outer layers. But you could also easily add insulation value by further placing the walls apart without really driving the cost up. Another method or another building method you could combine is using an I-joist, which I have here. So we are at the moment looking for which option is more suitable for our system. We produce all of these elements in our own production facility and are able to deliver them throughout Europe. Because of our trading company Dubomat and our international contacts with manufacturers in Europe, we are able to use existing logistic shipping lines, but also able to keep pricing and delivery time stable because of long-term agreements on purchasing conditions. It can be quite a task having a steady supply of natural and bio-based materials, especially since they're produced basically everywhere in Europe, from Portugal to Germany, Spain, etc. So depending on the client's wishes, we always try to look for a solution. And also we are always looking to improve our elements. So we continually research what materials are compatible in our systems. At the right of the slide, you see an example of an element with thatch insulation or stro insulation, as we call it in the Netherlands, which is also a natural material. Oh, yeah. Sorry. To increase the familiarity of these materials, we have built a small showroom and knowledge center in which clients, architects, or other building professionals can experience the materials. I am sitting here right now, as you can see. The Netherlands, we have found, is quite conservative when it comes to new building methods. Especially, it has a long history of being a true brick country, where traditional building methods have been ingrained for decades. However, when people experience the benefits of natural building materials for themselves, when they see the different type of elements or testing setups that compare materials, for example, on the basis of heat protection or phase shift, in our experience, the choice for sustainability is made much, much easier. And it also takes away a bit of a stigma people sometimes have about natural building materials. So yeah, we have found it essential to have people work and see with the materials, the natural materials. A short summary about the positives on sustainable building and renovation. Basically, we try to build as much as we can in wood and with natural bio-based fibers and their properties. I will skip all the positives. Why do we choose for natureplus? We regard natureplus as the highest standard and label for natural building materials, especially its independence, its focus on high standards of quality, quality of life and health are in line with our vision of building. We want to build qualitative, healthy buildings and therefore need to rely on international standards and scientific criteria when we choose our materials. So we can make an impact together. Here I have a brief summary of manufacturers or brands that produce natureplus certified products, which we use in our construction or renovation projects and are available for sale in our trading company, Dubomat. These brands all have a rich history and usually pioneers in their product field and sustainability. I will briefly show you them. On the left, first we have Iersel, which is our partner for the blow-in cellulose insulation. Gutex with the wood fiber products, and Isolena, of course, with the wool, Kaim for the finishing and the bio-based paint. You have Akorit, but also Tubach from Germany, which is part of the Sievert group, and they produce plasters. Amrim from Portugal for the cork, Lamix from Germany for the clay boards. We have Wienerberger for the roof tiles or the eco bricks, and also Bavatex for the wood fiber. And here you can see a few materials. This is from Isolena or from Isocell. And we also have the roof tile from Wienerberger, which is always fun to show to people. Okay, now I will be taking you, show you a few reference projects we have done in the last couple of years. There are several ways to carry out renovations with natural and natureplus certified materials in practice. I would like to show you a few of these reference projects. And we try always to use as much as we can, as much natureplus certified materials as we can. In the first example, we have an existing roof that needed to be renovated. The house is situated on a busy road. The noise of the traffic was clearly audible. Signs of leakages, roof tiles coming loose because of the positioning of the house. There's a considerable wind load on the roof tiles, which made them regularly come loose. So that was a big problem we had to fix. But also it was not comfortable. The roof insulation had to be improved, partly because heat would just easily enter the house during the summer. A lot of challenges. And to try and tackle these challenges, of course, we always consult with our technical advisors, but also with our client. And together we decided to renovate the roof from the outside with applying new air tightness from the inside. We used cellulose insulation coupled with membranes and wood fiber boards to insulate the construction from the outside. A major advantage of the cellulose blow-in insulation is, it can be blown in at different densities, which can improve the acoustic insulation performance if needed, but also while delivering the required phase shift to protect the home from heating easily in the summer. In this project, we used for the roof tile the Pottelberg, as you can see here, which has the certification from natureplus, but it's also known for its resistance and durability. In Belgium, they call it the storm tile. So it was a perfect fit for this project. And also, in addition, the government has an initiative that encourages homeowners to make their homes more sustainable with certified building materials and also bio-based materials. So it makes it a very attractive way of renovating for people with natural materials. Here I have some pictures of the end result. If you have been paying close attention, you may have noticed 2 roofs have been renovated. The feedback was so positive. I was contacted by the neighbors quite early and their neighbors after that. Especially the comfortable inner space, the increased acoustic insulation and the resistant roof tiles were seen as very, very positive by the clients. Here I have another example of a reference project we did, a monumental renovation. It was the renovation of the monumental water tower in Roosendaal, the Netherlands, built in 1916, constructed of solid brick walls. The tower has a history that really connects it to the city and to the people that live in the city. However, the tower showed serious problems, moisture problems, leakages, facade joints were inadequate, but also due to the height of the building, the weather influences were very noticeable on the construction. Then you also had the construction itself. It consists of several layers of solid brick, which makes it also a building physics challenge to arrive at the right strategy, materials, and details. And at the left, you see the old picture, and at the right, you see how it looks these days. The client wanted us to renovate the tower, not only to fix the defects, but actually to create a cozy, aesthetically pleasing and comfortable home. Ever since becoming the owners of the tower, it was their dream to have a restaurant on the main floor and yeah, eventually move up into one of the top floors. So it was really comfort also, which was a strong wish. Here you see some pictures of how it used to look. As you can see, it's a lot of concrete and brick. And these were the challenges and the solutions we had. There are several ways to solve these problems. But in order to really realize the client's wishes, namely to create a comfortable home, we quickly decided together to use natural building materials. A perfect case for using the advantages of these natural building materials, and especially ones that meet the highest quality standards, such as the natureplus certificate requires. In consultation with our technical partners and the client again, we decided to use blow-in cellulose for the insulation from Iersel because of its high vapor permeability, its buffering capacity for moisture, and especially its compatibility with the other components in the building system. For the finishing panels, we used Gutex, which also have a moisture regulating capacity. And for the finishing paint, we had vapor permeable paint from Keim. Combined with climate regulating membranes, this bio-based insolution and finishing system ensures a comfortable inner climate by having a natural system that adapts to its circumstances throughout the seasons, which is also very important in a renovation. And here you can see a bit of the end result. At the left, you can see the paint, how that went. And at the right, I have a small video of the coloring schemes. We asked the master painter to help and design it with us, which is why you maybe hear some opera music. So let me see if it works. Okay, I hope that went well. Here I also have a short promotional video to show you the working method regarding blow-in insulation and also sustainable renovation. It's really an efficient method to also quickly and adequate renovate or insulate difficult to reach constructions. And in this example, it's just a short video of how we did it in the water tower.
We can't see the video.
Oh, oh.
Oh, now something is happening. If you click on it, yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay. I guess maybe the last video you could also not see. However, the presentation will be online available, so you can always watch back. Here's a small collection of the versatile application of natural materials in construction, both for renovation, but also for the construction of new buildings. And a few essential takeaways I would like to share. There are certainly opportunities in practice to use high quality and natureplus certified materials in the renovation of the built environment. In this case, we deliberately chose the materials because of the combination of our experience with them and their compatibility in our building systems. Of course, there will be different ways and materials to achieve such a goal. The right technical support, however, we found essential. And we also have found incredibly valuable throughout our partnership with Iersel, which is why I wanted to shout them out a little bit. It's very important in order to renovate with natural materials where, high quality is a standard. Small nuances such as insulation thickness, the right membrane or the right diffusion value, the correct practical application of the air tightness, yeah, it can make all the difference in the project. And yeah, Isocell helps us a lot with that, but also Rotoblas for the prefab. Yeah, I would like to thank you all for your valuable time. If we still have some left, I would suggest having a few questions I'll try to answer. However, if you would like more information about any of the projects or more in detail, yeah, feel free to contact us, I would say. And then maybe I
Thank you,
back to
Brahim,
Sissy.
for your presentation. It was really nice to see. I see one question so far in the. Well, there is one more general question, and there's one question specifically for you.
Yeah.
How thick was the insulation installed in the tower?
I think about we used the eye joist
Mhm.
of I think 26 centimeters. So the insulation was about 26 centimeters.
Then thank you. Um, this is a question for other people not in the Netherlands. Does anyone know if there are subsidies for bio-based materials offered in other EU countries? Maybe Tilman, do you know? For an example for Germany?